Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 56, and in this episode we begin at the Pokemon HQ lab because we have a couple of Shadow Pokemon to be purified in sets 4 and 5, and the first Pokemon that we're going to be purifying today is none other than Spearow, the very fragile, kind of sucky, normal and flying type from the first generation of Pokemon. It evolves very early, I think around level 20, into Fearow. The interesting part is that it does learn Drill Peck upon level up, so that part sets it apart from a lot of its flying counterparts. But that being said, despite its attack power, the fact that it has Drill Peck and its speed, it remains to be very fragile and just one of many normal and flying type Pokemon, and it doesn't really stand out from the crowd. Anyway, another first generation Pokemon is the second Shadow Pokemon we're purifying today, and that's going to be Seel, the pure water type. There is a strong misconception that Seel is also an ice type, and it is not. It is pure water type, so keep that in mind. It also comes with the held item, the Mystic Water, but I already took that and gave that to Vaporeon. And now that we're done purifying him, we have a destination to go to. Alright, so as you can see on the map here, we have a question mark location that we can actually go to now, because as you can see, we have a hover scooter, and it hovers right over that treacherous, deep quicksand type stuff in the desert. And what is this? This is the ship that we saw at the beginning of the game in the first cutscene, if you remember. This was the ship that Lugia had. It appears to be the SS Libra, the missing Pokemon transport ship. Well, golly darn it, gosh darn it. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Ah, it's Justy. Culination, thanks for being so patient. The pre-gym is finally set to reopen after the Cypher takeover bid. We are all looking forward to the opportunity of battling you, so we actually get to go back and challenge the pre-gym and challenge Justy, which is pretty cool. But we do have to get through the mess that is what's going to be going down at the SS Libra here, and some interesting stuff is going to be unfolding over the course of the next couple of episodes. But we also have some awesome items to get here, the first of which isn't that awesome, but it's an iron and is an EV item, and everybody likes EV items, so I'll probably use that. But yeah, you have to move these blocks of Pokefood around, which is weird, but it's pretty much, I mean, that's the puzzle of this ship, getting through all the rooms. That's what you have to do. Alright, let's use that iron really fast before I forget about it. Okay, who needs defense? Not Vaporeon or Aron, but we'll do Vulpix because Vulpix already has pretty decent special defense, but its physical defense lacks some potency there. So anyway, we're continuing on through the ship, and I believe we have a battle coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we go. And who is this guy? After all I do to get here, we let one get away on us? Isn't that right, Snidle? Oh yes, indeed. Such a lost opportunity, for it was obviously rare, if only it had been caught. Why, if you caught it, Gorgon, your collection would have been enhanced by 0.7%. Such a disappointing loss. Ah, so this is the Gorgon that everyone's been talking about. He is the third Cypher admin that we're going to run into. I heard that. You're pinning the blame on me? That's blatant insubordination. Kill him, man. Kill him, Gorgon. Why is he wearing, like, headphones and goggles around his neck, too? That doesn't make any sense. The second pair around your neck are extra goggles. Urgh, that fool Snettle had to screw up. Someone let this outsider get in here? Well, nobody was really guarding it. Our recovery plan's done, but we can't let you go. Not after you've seen us here. Hey! Yes, sir. Teach this little boy a thing or two about pain. Aye, aye, sir. You just leave everything to me. You can be assured the job will be done while you return to the lair. The lair? What is that? Now they have a lair? Why don't they just call it a base? That's what I always wondered. Why is it the lair? They could call it the den. Well now, you heard the man. I must get back to the lair too. You know what to do. Oh, you're getting punked, my friend. Wait a second. That's not what you said. Allow me to explain. We have a crucial job to do at the lair. We need to make shadow Pokemon from those that were on this ship. That's why they attacked the transport ship, because they want to turn them all into shadow Pokemon. You're evil! If you were to do this job, you would take 38% more effort than I. In that case, Gorgon's mood would worsen by 72%. You do agree that is indeed most inefficient, don't you? Well, I guess so, but you can't just throw these percentages around and expect everyone to believe them. As a result, if you were to take this boy on in my place, we would be ahead by 63%. You do understand, don't you? It's only for efficiency's sake. And he runs off like a little bitch. Oh, you jerk. So I guess we're stuck battling this guy. Oh well, if I don't beat you here, I wouldn't be fulfilling my duties. Don't hold a grudge for this. And we are forced into a battle with Cypherpeon Smarten, which I think the other Cypherpeon should be Smarten, considering he was all being like, oh, this percent, percent. Let's talk about my number skills. He should be Smarten. The name just goes better. Whatever. I'm not going to argue about this. We're going to start with Vaporeon and Aron against Huntail and Cacnea. And very clearly, Huntail is the more dangerous of the two here. Cacnea doesn't really do a whole lot, honestly. Well, let's see what I want to do here. Huntail, I believe, does have either Supersonic or Confuse Ray, but I'm thinking it's Confuse Ray, so I don't want to end up getting confused. I think it might also know Water Pulse, which also has a chance to confuse you, and it likes to go for Bite, which can make you flinch. But ha! The tables are turned, and Huntail flinched himself. We're going to go for the headbutt on Huntail. It didn't do that much damage, but that means we can knock it out next turn without too much of a problem. Cacnea goes for the Needle Arm, kind of dumb, I was about to say dumbly, kind of stupidly on Aron. I don't know why I can't talk most of the time. Anyway, yeah, he went for the Needle Arm, which is a Grass type move, which would have been better off if he had used it on Vaporeon, but who am I to complain? Huntail goes down to the Bite, and Aron's about to grow up to level 32, which is really good news for us, as you'll find out after this battle. I'm sure, as long as he doesn't die. Iron Tail on Cacnea, and knocks it out in one hit, because Iron Tail's amazing. And we get a little bit more experience. Aron is up to level 32. And he's not going to learn any moves or anything, which not too surprised about. Coughing is next, and we've seen enough Coughings to know that it's much better to use special attacks on it because they're very special defense challenged. And Water Pulse should, yes, knock it out in one hit. And notice the levels, up to level 27 now, so the AIs are catching up as far as the level difference. Go for the Iron Tail on Teddy Ursa, and that knocks him out in one hit as well, which is fantastic. Vaporeon goes up to level 32 as well, gets a +3 for special attack, which, again, can't complain about that. And Smarten is defeated. What? I lost? I can't go back to the lair like this. But he gives you a good amount of money with over 1,000, so. And here we go. Aron is evolving. Let's watch. And there you have it, folks. The second evolution in the Aron evolution line, Lairon. And he's going to be our partner until he evolves again in the mid-40s. But we're not quite there yet, obviously. I watched you battling those downright bizarre people. You're some kind of tough, aren't you? Huh, me? I just happened to stumble across this ship, so I made it my home. So you're a hobo guy? I mean, I guess you're not a hobo because you have a home, but it's just kind of weird that it's an old ship. I owe you thanks, so he's going to go and take us into his quarters area and let us rest up and get all healed. Our party is completely healed, which is also nice. Well, did you get some decent rest? You're free to use that bed whenever you want. Okay, we probably will never use it again, but that's alright. And he's going to ask a favor of us, because apparently he's been hearing odd noises coming deep from within the ship's hull, and it's scaring him, and he's too much of a baby to go check what it is himself, so we get stuck doing the job. But we basically get rewarded with it, or for it, with all the items that we're going to find down in the ship's basement areas. Picked up the battle CD there, and I think we need to go down the stairs here, because outside is where we just came from. Okay, so there's a couple of items here. You need to do it one by one, which kind of sucks. But it's totally worth it, because the top one, I think, is a firestone, if I am remembering correctly. And I don't remember what the bottom one is, but you want to make sure you get all these items, because they are all good items. There we go, firestone, which we actually need, something we can actually use. And then we'll push it down again. And now we can go pick up that item and move on down the stairs. Crap! Ah! Why did I do that? Now I have to push this all the way back and go all the way over and push it back over and do it again. No! Oh, I suck sometimes. A lot of the times, most of the time, pretty much every day. I am not going to fall this time. I swear. I pinky swear. We're not falling down, guys. There we go. And we picked up a PP up. I don't even know if I'm ever going to use that. So I kind of am mad. Oh well. Well, instead of continuing on through here, I'm actually going to call it an episode. But before we do that, we're going to use the Firestone on Vulpix to evolve him into Ninetales. Second evolution of the episode. Let's watch. And there you have it, folks. We have a beautiful Ninetales. Look at those tails. It's just gorgeous. And I wanted to evolve Vulpix into Ninetales because, well, first of all, let's look at Laron's defense. Look at that. Over 100. 102, and its attack went up to 71, which is just amazing. Anyway, with Ninetales, I wanted to evolve the Vulpix because Vulpix doesn't really learn any good moves past Flamethrower. And at least not any moves that I'm going to be wanting to teach to it. So I figured it was safe. Ninetales has a special attack and special defense, both of up to 71 right now. And it also, I think, is the fastest member of the team now with a 73 speed. And it will stay the fastest member until Golbat evolves at who knows what level. But yeah, everything's coming together with those two evolutions. My team is starting to look a little bit more put together. We just need to put some work into Golbat and especially Trapinch. Because once Trapinch evolves, he really turns around and becomes more of a team player and doesn't have to, like, I don't know, basically rely on his teammate to survive. Because he can actually do damage. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And in the next episode, we're going to continue on exploring the SS Libra. Stay tuned for episode 57. Game on.